And it's recording. Like I said, I'm going to make something to put up that I can then pull back. Most of the red is gone. It's now in the light brown. That lasted a month. Anyway, so this is my recording for the day. I'm trying to do one a day. I really am. I've been succeeding so far, which is a better track record than half of my track records. That made sense, right? I have a tendency of being really enthusiastic about something, starting something and then deciding I don't like it and stopping it. And it looks like I'm totally flaking out, but I'm really just reassessing and rebooting. I have to get back into the writing habit, and the writing habit is writing every single day. And I figure if I do a video every single day, that's a daily habit. It's a start. I'm working on it. So my list of topics that came up recently, Connie asked, how do I find real solid medical info in a form an educated layman can use? She keeps coming up against highly technical stuff and or just pure bullshit stuff, and she wants the medical stuff, not the bullshit stuff, but in words she can understand. My first thought on that is the Livestrong website. What's his name? The bicycle rider that got proven to be cheating. Anyway, he's got a website called Livestrong. Livestrong. That's got really good advice. Really, it's holistic. It takes the entirety, not just the medicine. But if vitamins help, vitamins help. If there are herbs that are proven to help, then it talks about the herbs that are proven to help. But it's not from the frou-frou, herbs will cure everything side of things. I mean, it's much more technical. That's a good site. My second thought is start to learn the language. Best example I can give on that is I have a face cleaner that I use. And on the front of the face cleaner, in very big letters, it says no parabens. Why the hell doesn't it just say no wax? No parabens, because parabens means wax. But it can't say no wax. I don't know why. So if you can learn the words, that can help. I'm really good in reading medical reports that I still speak medicalese. In writing, I don't speak medicalese out loud very well anymore. I trip over the words now. It's been too long. You start to see what they're talking about when you can see the words. I don't like WebMD. WebMD is designed to sell clicks, and every click gets them money, so they really, really, really want you addicted. So they're going to be more, they're gonna try to convince you have things you don't have. That's WebMD to me. Physician's Desk Reference, that's a good resource. I like the Livestrong page. I tend to go straight to the NIH, to the Journal of Medicines. I tend to go straight to those reports. But if you only read the abstract will tell you everything that's in that highly technical report. It'll take that highly just babbling technical report full of numbers and math and words I can't pronounce anymore and distill it into 2 paragraphs. And it'll say, this study found that consumption of turmeric aids in anti-inflammatory blah blah blah, the amount of turmeric required is in excess of what a human being can consume. It'll tell you this. Yeah, turmeric's great. Turmeric's awesome. And people who eat an Indian Pakistani diet don't get Alzheimer's because of the turmeric. That's amazing. Western people are not capable, most Western people are not capable of consuming the sheer volume of turmeric required to get the health benefits from turmeric. That kind of thing. That's my advice on that. Another request I got was comments on a minimalist kitchen off-grid. We've been living with a minimalist kitchen for a couple of years now. I hate it. I used to think I'd be able to do better at it. I used to do better at it. When I had the health, I did better. Our minimalist kitchen in Hawaii and here is far more minimalist than I really want. I would dedicate an entire picnic overhang area to the kitchen. I would not minimalize the kitchen. I would simply off-grid the kitchen, were it I. The more table space you have open and available and usable, the better. Minimalist kitchen off-grid. I'm going to say you need to prioritize the shower. Not for the kitchen's sake, for the you can't keep a day job if you can't shower regularly sake. It's a high priority. Kitchen, you need cover. You need really, really good cover. There's an old Chinese story about a young bride who was being poisoned, and there's this, it's a judge whatever his name is story, old Chinese story. They're mysteries. They're I don't have the numbers in my head, like 12th century. Anyway, she was being poisoned, and they're investigating the cook, and they're investigating her maid, and they're investigating his competitors, and they're investigating this, and they're investigating that, and it turns out that every morning when the maid brought in her tea, the steam floated up to the surface, or floated up to the ceiling, woke up a snake. The snake poked its head out, dropped 2 drops of venom from its teeth, and then put its head back in and went back to sleep. And the venom fell in the tea, and that's what was poisoning her. This huge randomness to it. You need overhang. You need protection on your kitchen space. You need a good tarp. That's the start. After that, you need clean water. If you don't have pure water, you don't have anything. The person asking the question is in Hawaii, and Hawaii has rat lung disease, which comes from snails and slugs, and they can crawl across in the middle of the night when you don't see them, and you've got to bleach that surface. So, gallon jugs of bleach, and bleach, and bleach. There's a way to make bleach. I don't have it in my head right now. Remind me, and in fact I'll write it down, how to make bleach, or hydrogen peroxide, whichever it is. That's really easy. You cannot bleach enough. You cannot clean enough when you have a minimalistic kitchen. Period. You don't have the ability to do a 3-compartment sink and clean your dishes properly. You need sterilization. Those are the first 2 things. The third thing is start adjusting your recipes. When people who try to cook the same food every day, every month, they never adjust their recipes to their environment, wind up eating clam chowder in the summertime and wondering why they don't like it. Clam chowder's a winter food. Minimalistic kitchen, you don't want to start out making grandma's lasagna that takes 5 days. It's ridiculous. In Hawaii, they have a lot of pit roasting because you put it in and it's forget about it. Well, that's your crock pot. You need electricity for a crock pot. Solar oven. That's a thought. There's a lot of different things. Were it I would get a pressure cooker, because a pressure cooker's a once and done. It takes 20 to 30 minutes, boom, it's done. Clean water, clean surfaces, cover. That's your starting point. I'll come back to it another time when I'm more focused. So, this afternoon, I listened in on the Tesla quarterly earnings report. I do it every time. I used to have a contract that paid me to, and it's just become a habit. I like Tesla. I like the hope that Elon Musk is selling. I don't know that I like Elon Musk. He comes across like an idiot sometimes. But I listen to the quarterly reports. And there's a couple of other companies that I listen to their quarterly reports because I used to work in financials. And one of the things that came up again today, and it comes up every single time, is, wow, that's a damn sea of testosterone. The only female voice out of about 20 people, the only female voice is the secretary. And that's true at Tesla. It's not true at SpaceX, but that's true at Tesla, and that's true at Nike, and that's true at Morgan Stanley, and 90% of the companies out there, the upper management is all male. The engineers are all male. And I don't know how much is cause and how much is effect. I really don't. Obviously, SpaceX, head of the company is a female. They have a good 50-50 balance, even among their engineers. Ford Motor Company, head of the company is a woman. They have a good 50-50 balance. Toyota has 3 women in its executive staff out of 13,000. Something like that. I'd have to look up the exact number. I don't know how much of the imbalance, that glass ceiling effect, is we women wander off. We hit our heads up against that ceiling and we hit our heads up against the bullshit so often we give up and walk away. And how much is they're never going to open up. Obviously, Musk is capable of working with women. Obviously, he put one in charge of SpaceX. She's been there from day one. Even the original SpaceX photo, though, was 15 guys and 1 woman. You know, I don't know where... When I was younger, we thought we got through this. We thought we fixed these problems. And this isn't the only problem we thought we fixed. And now it's turning out that we just ignored them. There was progress made, woohoo, and then everybody wandered off. I don't know. Anyway, I listened to the SpaceX, or the Tesla quarterly report, and it just gets to me that it's all men. There should be 1 or 2 women involved. I've been making more. That's the front of these. They look really, really cool in person. There's a lot of gold to them. It's not going to show you the gold, is it? And the blue has holographic glitter in it. And they look old. They look like something you'd find in an antique store. They look like something that goes on this. Yeah, that all faded in. Let's see if I can get one that's prettier or more brilliant. How about this one? How about that one? Yeah, it's... This camera's not the best because there is a lot of color. Anyway, I've been making more of them. I've made about 20 of them now. They start as balls. They get covered. And then they get covered with a second layer. That's been my do. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye-bye.